Hi ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to be talking about printmaking. If you have not already gotten one of these, please get a copy of the printmaking worksheets. The first thing that we're going to do is we are going to glue these into our sketchbook. You're going to take the paper, you're going to fold it in half, you're going to take a glue stick, you're going to put it on the back of the paper. And you're going to open your sketchbook up to a new page. And you're going to glue your paper in like that. You can do it either like that, or you can also put it in like that. It does not matter as long as it is glued into your sketchbook so you can use it as reference. So we're going to go over these terms right now. First thing is the print/edition. It is a set of identical images that are numbered and signed. So I have some prints/editions right here. You can see that they're numbered 1 of 4 with my name, 2 of 4, 3 of 4, and 4 of 4. So whatever order that you do these prints, this is called a print or edition, you are going to write at the bottom the number and how many that you did. Now you might not know how many you're going to do, so you can just start off writing 1 of blank and then your name goes underneath. This is so you know how many prints or editions you have and in which order you did them in. It's how you can keep track of them. And you can see at the bottom of here, I have 1 of 1 if you need a reminder on how to number or sign your editions. Next thing that we're going to talk about is the print plate. I have several examples of print plates. Here's one. Here's one. Here's one. Here's one. The print plate is a surface that your print is made from. So an example would be, here is a print plate, and here is a print that I made. So you take your print plate, you lay the paper on top with ink, and then you remove it, and then you have your print or edition. So this is the actual surface that is making the print. Next we have a brayer. This guy right here is a brayer. A brayer is a roller, see how it rolls, that is used to apply ink to the print plate in a nice even way, and I'm going to show you how we do that here in a moment. Types of printmaking, we have 4 that we're going to talk about. The first one is relief. These are all examples of relief print plates. They have been carved into. You see, they've all been carved into to make the design. A relief is a technique in which the print is made from a raised surface. Because I carved into it, you can see that there's no ink there because I carved into it. And the print, the stuff that you see, is the raised area. If you feel these print plates, you can feel the raised area. So that's relief, and that's the type that we're going to be doing today. Another one is a monoprint. A monoprint is a technique in which only one print can be made. So it's a kind of a one and done. So this is an example of a monoprint. What they did was they made a design on a plate, and then they put the paper down, and peeled it up. And the only thing that you get is you get one print. You get one chance. You're never going to get this exact same thing ever again. So that's a mono print, because mono means one. A collagraph is is a print made from an image built up with other glues or materials. So here is a collagraph example. You can see that I added to the cardboard to make the smiley face. Relief, you take away or you push in. Collagraph, you add to it. So relief, you remove. Collagraph, you add. Screen print. Now I don't have an example of a screen print, but you have probably seen an example of a screen print every single day. T-shirts are a great example of a screen print. That is where you take a stencil and you make a print using a stencil. That's why there are so many t-shirts that look all the same, and t-shirts can come in multiple sizes because they use a screen print or a stencil to print the image multiple times. So those are the terms. Now we're gonna go over the steps. So the steps to making a print are to make your plate. The first thing they're gonna do is you're going to make your plate. You're gonna write your name and your class code on the back of the piece of foam that I give you. This is going to be our print plate. So write your first name, maybe your last initial, and your class code. I'm just gonna do 4WB. Your class code may be different. I did my name and class code on the back with a silver Sharpie. You can tell this is the back because there's already indents in it. And this side is nice and smooth. The next thing you're going to do after you have put your name and class code on the back is you're going to carve into or draw out your image that you're going to do. I'm going to do TikTok. Now, as you can see, TikTok is backwards. That is because when you do words, they will print like a mirror image of the print plate. That is because when you do words, it will print a mirror image of the print plate. And I'll show you what I mean here in a second. But first, I'm going to darken all these up so it's ready to print. I'm making the relief. You don't need to press hard when you are making the relief. You don't want it to poke all the way through. You just want it to be indented in, and I can feel the different indents. Okay, so I've made my plate. That's step 1 on my paper. Step 2 is to put ink on the plate. So you're going to take, I'm gonna set that aside. You're gonna take one of these little trays. You're gonna take some ink. And you're going to put a little bit of ink. Don't need a lot. Onto one of these plastic trays. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my brayer to roll out the ink, and I want to do this in multiple directions. So what I just did was I coated my roller in ink. See how it's pretty well coated all the way around? That's why we roll it out on the tray. Then you're gonna take your print plate and you're gonna use the brayer. And we're gonna spread this ink all over my print plate. Now when I go to put the brayer back down, I do not want to put the handle in the ink. I want to put it off to the side. So I'll set that aside. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to take a piece of paper and your print plate, and you're going to push it down and you're going to press firmly. Now if you wiggle this, if I move my hand, it's going to smear your plate. It's going to smear your print and it won't look right. So I'm just going to press firmly, and then I can lift up, and there is my print. Now you can see I didn't use quite enough ink yet, so I'm going to try it again, and I'm going to put more ink on my brayer. That's a much better print. You can see all my details now. See the difference? So I wouldn't use this one because this is going to be a test one. So I'll write my 1 of 1 or blank because I don't know how many I'm going to do, and I'm going to sign this one. So this is my first edition. Right there. And I've printed the image, I've numbered and signed it, and that is how you do printmaking. You can do this as many times as you want. We will be doing the printing next time I see you guys. What you are going to do today is to make your print plate. So you need to put your name and class code in the back. Step 1. Step 2, draw out using silver Sharpie your image that you want, and then carve or put a relief into the print plate using a pencil, or if you press hard enough, you can get the silver Sharpie to do it for you. Remember, you want it to be backwards if you're doing writing. If you're not doing writing, it'll print either way, it'll be fine. Okay? Any questions? Raise your hand. Remember, you're doing pop culture icons, so like TikTok, YouTube, Snapchat, Facebook, all those pop culture icons. Emojis would work. All right, so let's get started. Thanks for watching, guys.